3, 2, 1. Hi! Good morning, everybody. Jaosan. Do you know what Jaosan means?
That's in school.
It's in school? You learned it in school? Yeah. Good morning from Hong Kong! We are just getting ready. I'm here with my Ninang's grand nephew, I would say. Yeah. Yeah. We had a really lovely breakfast this morning. Sourdough toast.
Wet.
Hmm?
It's wet.
It's wet? Oh, that's because of my contact solution. It's wet. But had some fruit, papaya, Korean pear, coffee. Ooh, why is this wet? But now, just getting ready right now to start our day in our first full day here in Hong Kong. We were playing with Snapchat filters earlier, so I was telling him to open his mouth so that like the animation can happen. But plans for today, me and Ninang are gonna head over. Y'all already know that I love myself a luxury outlet mall, and there is one here that I saw on TikTok called Florentia Village, right? Yeah. And they have a Saint Laurent, they have a Bottega Veneta.
I would have to go.
Show him like this, like right there. What is it?
Toy.
Toy. And then we have other plans throughout the day, just kind of seeing where the day takes us, but can you say rate, comment, and subscribe? Thank you. If you're new to my channel, my name is Jerome, travel vlogger currently here in Hong Kong, do a travel vlog series called Roam Around the World, where I travel around the world, so come follow me. Go ahead and put the rest of my face on, and then head over to our next destination. Okay, we are finally here. It's actually called Florentia Village. They have a bunch of stuff here. Balmain, Prada, Furla, Montblanc, Balenciaga, Burberry, Bottega, Saint Laurent. Let's go around. Okay, we just left Bottega. Maybe I'll do a haul when we get back to Ninang's, but okay, so I'm having major flashbacks right now because we are approaching the escalators right over here. Back in 2009, I did my internship here in Hong Kong, and I would take these escalators from my Ninang's home all the way to where my internship was. So it's like bringing back memories. I remember there was a Cafe de Coral right over there, like a little little cafe. But yeah, we're heading over to this, is it Michelin star? Yeah, it's a Michelin 1-star called Max, and they're really known for their wonton noodle soup. Gonna get some food for the midday, and you guys are coming along. Oh my gosh, I am stuffed. It was so good. Got wonton noodle soup, shrimp and pork dumplings with noodles, vegetables, braised pork. Okay, but we need to get something to drink because it's time to get some caffeine. So we are here at Blue Bottle. Ended up getting a New Orleans style cold brew. Really excited for that. And then later, I think we're gonna do some high tea. So stick around. It's funny that we're here at Blue Bottle because we have it in the US. We don't have it in Seattle, but it is a treat to come here to Hong Kong. Beautiful space in here. And yeah. Okay, so we are here at the Landmark Mall. There's a bunch of like high-end stores that is the circumference of where we're eating at right now, which is the cafe at Landmark. There's like, we're near Romoa, Ferragamo, Harvey Nichols, Stella McCartney, Celine. There's a Bottega. But we're having afternoon tea right now and just enjoying the ambiance and good food. So let's drink and eat. Oh my gosh, that was so good. I am so full right now. Highlights, that scone packed a punch even though it was very small. It was really, really good though. Really enjoyed these, it was like a little sandwich of lobster inside, like a lobster club. That was really good. There was this like chip with the quinoa on top. That was really good. All of the desserts were really good. Well, 10 out of 10. Also, it was only 430 Hong Kong dollars for two. So, deals. Also, I think we might be going to Celine right after this because there is a Celine downstairs. Not really looking to buy like a big thing, but I do want to get those travel fragrances because I'm running out and I definitely use them. So, yeah. Day full of eating. Would have it no other way. Okay, just left Celine, but I do have a story to tell you guys when we get back home. We're heading home now, so see you guys in Lantau. Hey guys, so we are back at Ninang's place. Also, you are at a very high angle because the light source is right above me, and if I put it down here, there would be not cute shadows, so you guys will be right over here. Thought I would talk a little bit about the stuff that I got during my day out, and let's do this chronologically. You guys saw that we went to this place called Florentia Village, which is a collection of luxury outlet stores. We went to several places, but I only purchased from Bottega Veneta, and it's interesting because I ended up having to buy two things, and I say having to buy because in order for me to get an additional discount, I would have had to purchase two things, which is kind of interesting. You'll see all of like the purchase restrictions has been a theme throughout the day. Much more of an irritant like towards the end, and I'll talk a little bit about that, but I'm happy with my purchases. First item, I'm one of those people that if I like one thing, I will purchase it in several colors, and I already have this bag in a lime green if you saw in the Palm Springs vlog, but this one is the mini cassette crossbody bag, but this one is in a more like brown. I love this color because it's not too warm, it's not too cool, it's not too light. It's like the perfect brown in my opinion, and love the magnetic closure. But this specific bag is typically $7,350, which is a little bit over 900 something dollars, but with the 20% off it is 5,880, which comes out to be like 750-ish dollars, and I love it. Of course I have this in another color, and I have it in a larger size. I am such a Bottega girly, and it's been good, but I got 20% off because, like I said, I had to purchase a second item, which, by the way, didn't get 20% off. Like, apparently this 20% off is for this specific item in different colors only, but I ended up getting something that I actually am excited to use, and I don't have really anything like it, but it is similar, but in a different type of item. This is a card holder that has like the similar size and shape. It fits perfectly, but on one side is that kind of cross pattern weaving, and then the other side it is a side of card holders slots, and then on the center there's like a slot here that you can put cash. But this specific item is 1,820 Hong Kong dollars, which is about like around 200 US, maybe a little bit more or less. Love this sunflower yellow, and I love the embossed logo up here that says Bottega Veneta. In total, I got this both for about 7,700 Hong Kong dollars, which is about 950-ish US dollars. So, gonna have to declare when I get back home, but I feel like it was a pretty good deal. Next place I went to is the Asia version of Sephora called Sasa, and I went there. They have like Asian skincare, you know, like Korean skincare, Japanese skincare, and some American skincare, but I got this sunscreen that has Cica in it from the brand Cica Essence Sun. It is a SPF 50 PA++++, so it's broad spectrum, and it smelled really good, so I'm excited to try this out, and it's 100 ml. Okay, so the meat and potatoes of this whole story of the day is my experience at Celine. And I mentioned about like a lot of restrictions and stipulations. I went there with the intention of getting a specific thing or things. I really wanted the travel size version of their fragrances. You already know that I have the Parade and the night clubbing scents in the larger, and then I have them in the trial size, or the travel size. So I was told back in Paris at like the Champs-Élysées, back in Prague, that you have to purchase the travel size fragrance case, which is so bulky. Like, I have no need for it. It would never fit in my travel like liquids bag because it's just so big and takes up so much room. But in order to get the travel size fragrances, you have to purchase that, and then after that's in your purchase history, any subsequent visits you can purchase the travel fragrances in two. Like, you have to buy them in two, which is another restriction. But that day, that trip when I went to Paris in the Champs-Élysées, on the way out there's a Celine at the airport, and they said that I can purchase the two travel fragrances by itself, and I don't need the case. So in my head I was like, okay, well maybe it's an airport thing. So I was having a little bit of a disagreement with the sales associate because she told me that, and I gave her my information, and she looked through my purchase history, and she said, oh yeah, it shows here that you purchased the fragrances without having to buy the case. And I was like, yeah, is that a thing, a policy for maybe just the airport? If it was an airport thing, then I can just take that and then, you know, figure out the next time I'm in the airport where they have a Celine, and I'll just get there. But it just felt so inconsistent. So having a no need for the case, I was pretty much like, I will buy the case and the two fragrances at how much they're being sold at, which is about 270 US dollars. If I were to buy the fragrances by itself, having had a purchase history of the case prior, it would have been around like 100. So I was willing to eat the cost, and then when I told her, just keep the case, I just want the fragrance, and I'll pay the 270 so that later on it'll have that purchase history of the case in my purchase history, I think she felt a little bit awkward because she's like, no, that's yours, like, you should take it. But out of principle, and in a way, just to prove a point, I just said, no, I don't need it. Like, I will eat the cost just so that I can have that purchase history of the case without having it. And then I think she felt a little bit bad. She was very nice about it, but I just think out of principle, having to do so many things in order to get the thing that you want just feels a little bit like not a good customer experience, and I told that exact same thing to her. And then she said, no, we would love you to just take it with you. I'm like, if you give it to me, I will leave it at the door and I will just leave with the 2 fragrances because it's ridiculous. And so my tone just kind of changes whenever I'm like, I mean business. Whenever I'm at work and I just have this objective, I change my tone, I change my speed of which I talk, I change my vocabulary. People know when I mean business. So after going back and forth saying, you know, I will pay for this, but I'm not taking the case, I think she went to her boss, and then they knew that I was like upset, but I was willing out of principle to purchase this just so to prove a point that it's a ridiculous policy. They ended up letting me, I mean, maybe because I like complained a little bit and I made a point, they ended up letting me purchase the fragrances similar to the Charles de Gaulle airport where I was able to buy these 2 last time. But immediately, instead of being like thankful, I was thankful, but I said, well, if I purchase this, what happens the next time I need to purchase this? Will I go through the bullshit again about having to prove that I've purchased it in the past without a case? It just feels like a backwards thing. Because I don't need the case, it's too bulky. But anyways, I got this. They were very nice about it. I think they were apologetic. And they urged me to actually contact customer service just to tell them my experience. And I said, I'll do more. I'll talk about it in a YouTube video. They got me also trial size versions of these. But look at the size of this. Like, it is a pretty full size. I love the fragrance so much. This is Parade. I also got the one called Black Tie. But imagine this, but like, this is how, the case is probably this much in circumference, and this is how big it is by itself. Anyways, that was my day. I think I'm gonna go take a shower and then head to bed soon. It is about 9:44, which is perfect. I'm gonna take a melatonin, call it a night. But tomorrow, it's my last full day here in Hong Kong. I'm gonna be meeting up with a special friend who I've known for a very long time, and then me and Young are gonna be hanging out. I think we might do a harbor cruise, but stick around for that. Thank you so much for watching. I'm trying to keep it a little bit down because there's starting to fall asleep. The kids are gonna be going to school tomorrow, but thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow in another full day of Hong Kong. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe. Bye!